Welcome to part 25 of our Let's Play series. I am Arumba. Thank you for tuning in. You may notice that the game looks a little bit different. Where did all the trees go? Uh, I turned them off. We talked about it an episode or two ago, and I just wanted to show you what it looked like without them. It looks a little bit different. I don't know. I still think it looks pretty good. I mean, you can still kind of tell where the trees are. These are the darker areas up here, this forest. And if we look down here, that looks like there's some foresty type stuff there. Let's see if we can tell. So you click on that province, and that's plains. That one's hills. Plains. I don't know. Guess you can't really tell. But I might turn it back on, or I might leave it off. We'll see if I remember. But I don't think it's going to really impact the performance of my game on this computer, so not too worried about it. But where we left off last, we had just been terribly defeated in another battle. Of course, this one we should have probably lost because it was like 12,000 troops to 16. We were kind of caught, couldn't escape because that bishop had a lot of movement speed. We can't click on him right now unless I actually went through and found him in this, because you can't really spy on the enemy that way. Unless you know that they have mercenaries, and then you can see which mercenaries they have, and then you can click on the leader of the mercenary band there. Like, for instance, if it said Army of Prince Bishop Herbert. So at least we could find him if we wanted to. We could even use the Find Character interface. Or not Find Title, Find Character. Find Character. We used this before for other things, but if you just go to Search All and type the name, what was that guy's name? Let me demonstrate how to use this. Prince Bishop Herbert. So let's just type Herbert. Herbert. And sort by name, Prince Bishop Herbert. There's two Prince Bishop Herberts, and we can go to character. So yeah, we know that it's that one right here, this guy. It's not the one we were talking about. See, it's showing the guy that was in the central flank instead of the guy that was on the left flank who actually had the organizer trait. But anyway, we lost. That's the point. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to run and hide. Sadly, we were talking about how, the real outcome, the real goal of this war is not necessarily the one city that we're trying to win. It's really more the destabilization of the Holy Roman Empire and causing the independence wars over here to win. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait just a couple days for this army to arrive on apparently 8 January 1, whatever the heck that means. Maybe that'll go away in a day. Let's see. Your son-in-law. What is this? Became spy master for my daughter. Okay. Sweet. Oh no, she became the spy master. Why? Why would you do that? What, are you retarded? That's stupid. She's got 6 intrigue. Oh, it's my daughter. I don't care. Whatever. You guys can do whatever you want. Have fun. You're just marriage bait, basically. Anyway, so, yes. Okay, yeah. So it did correct. After a day ticked, it looks like it corrected that. So on the 11th of October, he's going to arrive and obliterate my army. Unless I run, in which case, he won't kill at all. I'm going to run. So here's the way that it works. If you get defeated in combat, what happens is that as your army is fleeing, after they get out of the pursuit phase, they're going to run in a random direction, just towards an adjacent province. You have no control over where they go. Until they arrive in the next county, whichever direction they chose, you have no control over the army. That's if you're defeated. On the other hand, if you command them to retreat, you can at least tell them which direction to go. And so I'm going to tell them to go here to, looks like Sel or Chel or Kel or however you'd pronounce that. And we're going to go there, which is a coastal province, so that we can get them on the boats. And if they don't all fit, then we'll just have to leave some behind, which is kind of sad. But, yeah. So let's let that happen. But yeah, the goal here is that my plan... Okay, so we're in combat now. You can see here we're in the skirmish phase. And I'm going to click here in that. And so the very next day they're going to immediately shift to the pursuit phase. But anyway, what I'm planning on doing is I'm just going to hide out in the boats. And if I can keep track where this guy's army is, if he stays near here, I'm going to stay in the boats. And if he disappears, I'm going to assume he's going back over here to his independence war. And I'm going to land and I'm going to bother him some more. I'm just going to keep him occupied. I'm going to keep annoying him until he loses his independence war. I'm not gonna accept his requests, and I'm not gonna force him to surrender. And if he offers to surrender, I'm gonna refuse. I'm just gonna continue to be a pain in his ass. So, anyway, we're now fleeing, and we're gonna take about 3 or 4 days of combat losses. It's a lot, but it's less than if we let the combat happen. In fact, we lost like another half of them, which is terrible. So sad. Infantry melee weapons has been increased. Well, at least that's good. I think that was one of our that's what we were focusing on. Yeah, so let's switch it to heavy armor now. We've already got trade practices. What I'm looking at, how I know, what we have here is that you can see the stars. So, for instance, I go down, I can see we've got 1 star for farming, 1 star for trade practices, and basically, because of the way that this timing thing works and the ahead penalty, you usually don't get a tremendous amount of benefit from like trying to rush technology. You just want to make sure that you're being efficient. So you don't want to put focus on something that you're not really supposed to have yet. Unless you're doing something really specific and you know what you're doing, I'd recommend you just pick the one that you're behind on, because you're the most likely to get the most bang for your buck that way. So we don't have a lot of churches. I'm going to ignore that one, but improved keeps could be good. So let's do that. And then the thing that breaks the rule that I just said is that you pretty much always keep it on legalism. Legalism's just, it's so important. It's the most important. So we're good then. Heavy armor we'll learn soon, and improved keeps and legalism. Good, good. And now that we're here, we can get in the boats. And truces are expiring with Sweden. Awesome. He's probably going to declare war on us soon. Yay! That's okay, we've got some army. Sorry about that, mercenaries. So yeah. So now begins the fun and games. And hopefully this goes well for us. I do think that we're going to win. I'm not too worried about it, really. I've tangoed with the Holy Roman Emperor many, many a time. He is not a terrifying thing. Okay, my liege, he's pissed off the bishop again. Good job. That's the wrong person. Stop doing that. Actually, it was a man before. Why is it a duchess? Did her husband die? Yeah, he died of illness at age 29. Goodness. We've been ill multiple times, and we're older than that. What can we do? Let's pick somebody else. No, the Duke of Baden's still alive. What happened? Apparently he is there. What is he doing? Duke of Baden, Duke of Baden. What are you doing? Go to character. He is training troops. Okay, yes, so I believe we need to move him. Let's go there. He's there, so let's put our chancellor there. And our marshal just died. At age 71. Oh, that's sad. Do you remember this guy? I remember this guy. Do you remember a long, long time ago when we... I believe this is the same guy. He first came in and we demanded his conversion, and I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it's somebody else, but he's Swedish. I don't know. Need a new marshal. All of our marshals are terrible. 11 is very poor. This guy's a leper. Whatever, let's pick him. It's fine. And no, you can't lead troops. And I want you to train. I want you to train. I don't really have very much military. We just have a city. Cities by default provide very poor levies. Actually, no, apparently we have a castle, too. Somehow. I don't want the castle. Okay. We have a lot of money. Let's just keep being a pain in his ass. Duchess good run of Lower Lorraine. Well, that's good. Continue to do that. And no, I'm not going to marry you ever, because you're not useful. This guy is apparently sieging our trade post, so we'll go bother him. We can handle that army. And he's apparently coming to help. And those battles were painful. Actually, that's a rebellion army. Okay, so that's a great thing. So he just destroyed. He assaulted. You could see them doing the attack animation. So these have almost no levy. So even though we were almost there, and I do want to get that one back, I'm actually going to board our ships, and we're going to park them. Apparently we killed somebody. Or no, he died of the Great Pox. Hey, somebody died and it wasn't my fault. That's like the first time. Okay, let's take that one, sure. Ooh, interesting. Look at this plot power, it's really low. Wonder why that is. Does this person maybe have a lot of plot? Oh yeah, he's our spy master. Gosh darn it. He keeps on... Here, you're the spy master now. Or maybe not. We'll change it in a second. It was funny, I got a comment recently about just teach me how to beat the Golden Horde. The first time, when I first started playing this game, I actually didn't play very far into the timeline very often. I'd actually usually get disinterested within the first 200 years because I'd break the game. The first time I actually, when I say break the game, I mean like just beat it so badly that it wasn't fun anymore. So the first time I actually got far enough into the game to find the Golden Horde, which if you haven't played the game, I'm not going to spoil it right now. We'll talk about it when we actually get that far into the game. But oh, I know why. It's plot powers. This is actually my own fault. By inviting all those courtiers that I did when I used my piety on it, there's more people in the court, and plot power is somehow correlated to the number of people in your court. So since there's more people, each person's worth less than before. I don't really have any idea how much plot power we've just hired in, but so yeah. So the first time I actually got there, I was playing as, it was right after Sword of Islam came out, and I wanted to play as the I played it as this guy, Bulgar, and so my area, I slaughtered Russia. I took over everything. Basically, I had from about here down, and I actually had most of the people down here as well. And so the Golden Horde came in, and I had no idea what it was actually, and I just killed him. And I thought that was weird, and then that was it. That's my story. And then I found out later that apparently they're like this like locust-like people that come in and slaughter everything, and I was like, oh well, you just kill them. I just thought you were just supposed to kill them. So anyway, that's my goal for this video, is I'm going to do the same thing and show you how. You need a lot of men to do it. I mean, we're talking 200,000-300,000 levy available to just beat the Golden Horde. But yeah, we should be able to do that. I mean, we have a lot of time. All right, so he just left. So we're going to swoop in and distract him. In the time that it takes him to even just travel from one county to the next, we are going to siege everything in this county and then get back on the boats. 1, 2, 3. Oh, let's check. March 25th. We've got 7 days. Now it's time to leave. Get on the boats! Run away! Then he'll show up. He'll siege it again very quickly as soon as he leaves. We'll surprise him. And he's come back. He'll be here in how many days? 7 days? I hope I didn't cut that too close. Nope. So we can just keep being annoying, and continue doing this ad nauseum. What ends up happening is, we're continuing to tick away war score here, and so eventually we would win because we can just keep bothering him this way. But then also, more importantly, notice how some of these counties are now, like this one's completely recovered. So let's see how his wars with the independents are going. 43% in favor. If I remember correctly, last time I was at 45. So it's going to be a long, drawn-out process, but we will end up winning this, I think. Let's see, we got a girl to get rid of. Notice how everyone pretty much loves us. That's good. Hold on, I didn't see what was his culture. Swedish. Lowborn Swedish. Okay, that's fine. And another granddaughter needs to be educated as well. And how about, yeah, you can have the other one too. I really don't care. They're just not important to me. Important decisions are available. Oh good, we did invite enough people. We might have to get rid of some people, because that's annoying. I don't want to have to do that every time. Okay, so maybe he's smartened up and he... Oh, actually, it's paused, that's why. I was going to say, he's just sitting there. That's neat. He's actually being smart. But no, he's not. So I'll let him get a little bit further away. Maybe we can get him to focus on something else, so we can actually siege through everything in there. The plot power is a little bit higher now. Even though we are plotting against... Actually, I didn't change my spy master. I stole from him while he's my spy master, and he still likes me by 90. Yeah, okay, whatever. I mean, if he still likes us, that's good. And I have a lot of money. And I think what I'm going to do, so that I don't forget, I promised myself I'd do this, is it's time to do a little bit of upgrading. I'm actually going to spend a little bit of money on holdings. And what we're going to choose, and I don't want to spend a huge amount of time talking about buildings this episode, but I'm going to pick some of the ones that give us more galleys, which are boats, because I'm tired of not being able to hire the best mercenaries. So let's build that, and then this is our main holding. Let's go ahead, we'll spend some extra money on, which one was it? Galleys. Do we probably already have, yeah, we already have the map room. We need Great Mansion. Yeah, that's a lot of money, but I'm okay with it. We're going to quickly recover that war chest. I mean, we're still making a decent amount. Cannot see him anymore, so I feel comfortable landing. And there he is. Is there anything else along the shore here that we can bother him about? Nope. Doesn't look like it. It's so quick. Using boats is so fast. I mean, it literally will take you about 3 days per water zone. So it takes like 6 days to get here, and then we can quickly get here. So, in the time it takes him to get from here to here, we can siege this. And get back to our boats. The most expensive part of the military that we have up right now is actually the boats. By far. It says, you know, it just kind of... Yeah, it shows up as levy. 144. It's almost as expensive as the mercenaries, and we have a lot of mercenaries. Swedish Holy War has ended. King of Sweden won. Okay. This guy's getting old. Still hates our guts. Peace is... the truce is over. And... see, this is an example of what I was talking about. Remember how I said... Anytime you can, if you want to cause instability, you want to kill people and keep the person on the throne fresh and new, because look at this. Russia was formed, but as soon as this kid comes into power, just look at his vassals. Even the ones that like him don't like him that much. Only positive 52. You've got a negative 16-point short reign penalty. And you know, so it's going to cause lots of instability. I mean, he's already dealing with a looks like a claimant war, and a lot of people are on the side of the person. He's going to lose this war. So There goes our fantastic ally, but then again, there's easier people for us to conquest ourselves. However, when I have a large, powerful realm, I will not lose it. This looks like an army that's not part of the Holy Roman Empire, so we'll let it stay, because I think he's actually trying to siege the other counties. Just contributing to that independence war. How's that going? Still 43%. Eventually he might just surrender to us, even though the war score is not quite at 100, because there is some sort of a priority system, like he'll just won't think it's important to try to fight us. And about about that comment I made about taking the nickname and naming the heir, I do think that I'm gonna slightly just adjust that statement. It's not gonna be based on quantity of statements. It'll be more about who's contributed a decent amount. If you contributed and you're making good comments and doing things like that, then and there's room for more than just one person. I mean, I can't guarantee you'll be the heir, but I can name you. I can put you in the game. It's fine. The other thing that's kind of neat is that when you name one of your kids, that gets added to the history files, and so it'll be randomly used within your dynasty. So you might just find that name kind of spreads. It can be very fun if you want to use the ruler designer to create your own dynasty, and then you use names from your actual family. So it'll persist through the family. What I did there, I just took advantage of that rebel. They sieged everything for me, and then I stole it from them. And we'll just camp out here, because this is recently Holy War territory. It'll be easier to siege. And if he comes nearby, we'll get in the boats, and if he goes away, we'll just keep bothering him. Our second grandson is ambitious. That's fine with me. In a feudal position, you probably wouldn't want your second person to be ambitious, but when playing as a republic, it's okay. I wouldn't worry about it. They're not so concerned about killing each other in a republic, because they figure eventually they'll be able to be the person anyway, We are losing some of our holdings over here. The thing is, every single time he does that, we don't lose anything. It's not our holdings, so we don't lose money when it gets sieged, but the person we're taking it from does. So if we watch our gold here, we're at 450. We're going to gain some money just from our income, but watch, 450, there's a little bit. And now we're up to 490. So we just gained 40 gold. And we have another granddaughter who's not going to get married to anybody. I'm going to at least let him get a few counties away. I mean, I feel really bad for him right now. He's just like, what are you doing to me? Stop it. That's not nice. Who are we still paying attention to? Gosh, can you imagine? I want this to happen, and this needs to happen. Look at her stats. She's got the two that I care about the most. And then you look at our heir. 18 and 12. Genius. Like, they're like a match made in heaven. They will be fantastic for each other. Just amazing. And, oh yeah, don't let me forget. How old is that guy again? I've got to change over his... Ooh, my goodness. Thank goodness that I just noticed that. We've got to change over the Guardian. He is turning 16 in just a few short months, and I am the Guardian, and I have the wrong education trait. So let's change that over. So this kid, you need a new education. Educate child. And we want the person with the best diplomacy, which is our son. Theoretically, a Grey Eminence would be better because he's more likely to give him the Grey Eminence trait. But I don't like some of his negatives here. He's slothful, deceitful, and an impaler. So he might give those in just a couple months. He could give those to him. Charismatic Negotiator's the second rank, so it's not quite as good as this one, but he's got overall higher. So I'm going to go ahead and pass him off to our actual son. We'll put both kids there. No, never mind. I'll keep this one for a few more years. And I'm gonna let this video go a little bit long. We're gonna go till June, and let's just pray that we get the right one. Why isn't our spy master doing anything? Go tell everyone that he's gay. And apparently we can call Prince of Russia. No, he's busy. He won't help us. Actually, you know what? This video's gone a little bit, far too long. I think I might, Okay, he's actually all the way over there now, which maybe I let him go too far. Oh well. Doesn't really matter. We're gonna do this. We're gonna win. The only disadvantage to being at sea like this is that my levies and the mercenaries aren't going to recover. Not nearly as quickly, at least. So, yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up here and continue recording. So I'm going to put some more out soon. It is the weekend if you are watching these live or as they're released. And so you might have noticed I think I released like 6 episodes today, which is a lot, but it's fun and I like it. So thank you for watching. Comment down below if you saw anything that you liked or you just want to get your name in the lottery to get part of the Dynasty naming system. So thank you once again, and we'll see you in the next video.